Hello, it's Sally here. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be working on my Roxy's General Stitchery project, and the prompt this at the moment is bugs. So I've decided to choose a butterfly, and it's going on to the next page of this was my last page, and then I kind of the doily was so big that I didn't want to cut it, so I folded it over, and then I'm going to find a fabric for this piece here. So this is going to be my page. It's a double page again. I seem to be doing all double pages. I like the size of it, and it gives me room to play around, so that's what I'm going to go with. So I've had a little draw. I don't know whether you've seen Christine's video yet, Create and Craft with Christine. She has done a butterfly, and oh, I just love it. It's so beautiful. And I also wanted to do a butterfly, but I'm kind of it's kind of like the same theme almost. So mine is going to be a side view of my butterfly, and it's going to be perched on lots of different, I'll show you my backing fabric first of all. This is going to be my backing fabric. It's a tray cloth that's already been, I have already cut it up, but I love the colour of it, and I love the green edge, which I think will go lovely with, if I just fold that over a little bit, it'll go lovely with the green of the doily that I've already got coming in. So kind of carrying it on like that. So that's what I'm going to go for. This is going to be my base. I'm going to cut this. I'm not sure what edge I'm going to do on this one, because it's only got two edges, or whether I want this edge at the bottom or the top. I don't know yet. I've not decided on that. So that was the first thing. And then I'm going to have my butterfly, and I'm not sure how it's going yet, whether it's tilting or I don't know. And then I have grabbed, this is my little tin that I'm keeping all my little bits in. Some lovely little Suffolk puffs that I was gifted. I thought I could use a couple of those, and I've got lots of these little cutouts. I'm just going to oh yes, and I've also got this as well. This is a green piece of Ada. I'm not sure what count it is, but I thought that goes really well. So I'm thinking I might do something cross stitchy, or even if it's just the writing, or a poem or something. I'm not too sure yet, but I love the colour of that. I just think it'll go so well with the colours. So I'm going to use a little piece of that for something, not sure yet what. So there's that, and I've got just some other little bits and pieces. I love this little corner. Don't know what that was for. I don't think it was a tablecloth. I think it was like a mat. Just some lacy bits. I've got this. This was from Christy. She gifted me that, and she also gifted me this as well, a little bit. I thought maybe a little bit of tatting might go on. Oh, I've also got that one as well, because I was toying with the yellow of that, but I haven't really got enough. It's not quite big enough. I've already cut into it. It's not quite big enough to make a page, so I'm going to use that for another one, I think, something different. Lots of these. So let me just grab a few and show you what I mean. I'm going to have my butterfly, and then I thought I would have, let me just fold that up so I can see what size I'm playing with. It's kind of roughly like that. So then I thought having some flowers popped in the corners, and then I'd like my butterfly to sit on, I'm not going to use both of these, but kind of sit on one of the, I can fussy cut these out, kind of sit on one of the flowers. I've got lots of those. I've got this one here that was gifted to me from Christy as well. I thought maybe put some roses in, possibly. Got that. I thought that was quite a nice tall bit to put somewhere if I needed something tall. Love this one here. I like that. I might try and use that. Got an orangey one. A little cluster there. I've got more, but oh, sorry, I've got an itch on my leg. I've got that one there. This is quite nice. Kind of needs standing up, I suppose, but so that's my idea, having my butterfly in the centre. It's going to be quite a big butterfly, and then flowers around it, like I say, one that it's going to be perched on. I'm liking the pink of this. I'm just going to cut out the flowers, I think, and have it somewhere there. And then what I can do is I can like that. Little clusters, that's probably too heavy, but something like that. I like that one coming in maybe from that corner, and I think I placed that there at one stage. I quite like that coming in from the other corner. Oh, I've got some, I've got some pansies. I don't know, there's a little row of pansies there. I could use them as a row, or I could cut them out. I've got this one, oops, some lace. I've got that one as well, I like. So that's my idea, but I'm going to concentrate first of all on my butterfly, and then I'm going to fit everything around my butterfly. Now, on a previous, I found a little button, I don't know where that's come from, I'll put that in there. On a previous project that I did on my other, can you remember the treasure hunt that we did for Roxy's Journal Stitchery? On that I did a butterfly, and the body of my butterfly was using one of these, which are old, really old vintage cotton reels. Well, the thread, and then it's just paper really. An old paper. I got them quite a while back, but I've tried sewing with them, and the thread isn't very good at all. It snaps really easily, so I can't really use them for sewing. But I'm just looking at that reddish one there. No, that's not a right colour. That's quite a nice colour. So what I'm thinking of doing, sorry, I'm not explaining myself properly. What I'm thinking of doing is, when I did my other one, I crushed it so it was flat, and then that became the body of my butterfly. So that's what I'm going to do this time as well. Not sure what colours to use, or what colour to use. I used a brown last time, but I don't want to use a brown on this one. I've only got one pink I quite like, or I've got some greens. That one's already been squished. Let me show you with that one. I don't want to squish them until I'm ready to use them, but that one's quite nice as well. Oh, sorry, I've got an itch on my knee. I don't know what's going on. Oh, it's one of those that you just have to itch. Yeah, what's that colour there? It's probably about the same. I do like that. I like that one as well. That's a bit lighter. That's a nice one. That's got quite a lot on. Although that looks like fairly the same. So I don't have to decide straight away, because I can see what I can. It's either going to be pink or green, I think. So anyway, I've got those for the body to choose from, but I don't have to do the body straight away, because I'm going to start with the wings. Now, as you can see, my drawing is a little bit of mess. I'm just going to pop that out of the way as well. A little bit messy, because I was trying all different ideas. I was trying to get the shape of the wings first of all, and I kept changing them. And I just find it easier to make a line when I'm kind of doing that, rather than do that. I struggle with getting a straight line, but when I do this, I can kind of get the line I want. And anyway, that's just that's just me. And then I think I don't know whether I went down there or down. I must have done that one. Okay. So it's got kind of like that. And then one there as well. Yeah, I'll just try and lift. I want to do some. First of all, I drew on the flowers without these lines in. That's why the flowers aren't quite where they should be. I've moved that one over now. I thought I'd do some embroidered flowers, kind of like vintage styly. I did think of having a pattern just here, but I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. I'll tell you where I got my inspiration from. I know there's something else I'm going to tell you. I've got this book here. I think I've shown you it before on when we were getting prepared for this project. I ordered this. Yes, I did, yeah. And it's got a section on butterflies, and this is where I kind of started thinking about the sideways butterfly, although my petals are a little bit different and the body's a little bit different, but it kind of looks like a little frog body, but There's his legs, but never mind. I don't know whether I'm putting legs on or not. It depends how they look. I might just place him on the flower, I'm not sure. And then some curly antenna. So, and then, yeah, I just thought play with pattern. So I'm going to do something there. Probably a bit thinner, actually. It'll be thinner. Something there. And then I thought circles maybe on the outside there, going all the way around. And then my embroidery in. And then that's when I thought, shall I do some curvy bits? But they're all things that I can do as I'm going along. But this book's really good. It's got loads of different ideas in, and you can also see actually sewn pieces as well. And it's got everything you can imagine about the countryside in it. So it's a really good source book. Flowers. I'll only flick through because I have shown you it before. Animals, more flowers. And I wonder if we're going to be getting pond, because I'd love to do some bulrushes. If we're getting a pond kind of theme prompt, that would be good. So yeah, anyway, lots and lots of different ideas in here. Really, that's nice as well. Yeah, lots of ideas. So that's where I've kind of got my inspiration for my butterfly from. So next thing to do is trace my butterfly, because I don't want to draw it again. I've got a pad of tracing paper here, but you can also use is it like freezer paper or something? But, I have got this. So all I'm going to do is concentrate on the wings. I'm not going to bother about the body yet, because that's going to be for another day. Easy to draw when you're tracing. And it's just the outline that I want to get at first, because everything else I can fill in as I go, and I can keep this as my guide. But they're my wings. So I also need to make a decision, on which way my fabric's going. So am I going that way, or am I going to the top and then having something on the top? Let me have a think about this. Right, I'm going to have my cut at the bottom, I think, because I've got some lovely fabric somewhere. I don't know whether it's Liberty or not. Hang on a minute. Ooh. I don't know how much I've got. I might have to do little scripts and scraps, but I was going to put that there. I don't want to block my window because it's a bit of a dull day today, and I've just found out when I went to switch on my lamp, it's kaput. It's not working. So say I've cut it, and then I've only got little tiny scraps, but I don't think I've got enough to go all the way along, but I might have others. That kind of, all the way along. So that's what I'm thinking for that. That's another plan. I'm just going to put that there, out of the way. Oops. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So just need to measure this. Let me just pop it all out so it's straight. As long as I get this edge on the top and bottom okay, it'll be fine. How are you today anyway? Are you enjoying the prompt, the bugs prompt? Some lovely pages I've seen around in the group and everything. There's just so much to choose from as well, isn't there? But I knew I wanted to do a butterfly. So I don't think I've done one. Have I done one yet? I'm not sure if I've done one yet in this project. Right, I've got this little piece of fabric here that's, when I sew it all up, that will disappear. So you'll only see the lace. Actually, what I could do is I could cut it a little bit longer and then tuck it up, couldn't I? So there's no frayed edge. I might do that actually. Tuck it under. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Right, so I'll take these out in a minute. I just want to get it straight, that's all. I'm just going to move that out of the way as well because that's in my way. Let's give ourselves a bit of room. Okay, so scissors. Right, I can just about see my line is there. So I'm just going to cut an inch lower so that I can tuck it up. Okay, little precious bit I will keep for another day. I've even not cut that off yet because I love this edge, so you never know when you just need an edge, and I might need that bit as well. So that's for another day. I think I may have to just cut this down because that's going to fold over as well. So I'm really sorry about if it's coming across as dark because it's gone really dull here. Right, so where's my fold? Let's just see. Okay, it's somewhere there. And the way I can tell is, I think I showed you this already. I made a template of my book pages. There you go. Try and keep everything the same size. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to tell when you've got fabric. Alright, so if I do that, there you go. Although I could cut a little bit more actually because I don't need it to go up to there, do I? Because that's going to fold over, so none of this under here is going to be seen. So I am going to go to about there actually. Right, I'm just going to go back a little bit. I don't want to be overly confident. And then keep that little piece. There we go. That's that. That will come up there. That will. I think actually I've not done it. Have I done it right? Somewhere like that, I can always jiggle it around a little bit. There we go. So that will be folded under to the edge. somewhere like that. I might just have to jiggle that around a little bit, but it's something thereabouts. Okay, so that is my space for my butterfly. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this off because it's quite heavy to work with when you've got lots of pieces. I don't like working with a long piece or chunky bits, like, you know, like all that underneath when I don't need to. Sometimes you do, but sometimes you don't. But I don't need to because I can take it all off and work on my butterfly on its own, because that's not going to be connected yet. That's kind of separate at the moment. So I'm just going to place my butterfly so it looks okay on my page, taking into account this. But I think I'm going to have it upright, but then I will want a flower here. So I'm just going to grab those flowers again. Awesome. I do like that pink one. This one here. Let's just get it cut out, and then I can see. I'm just going to do it roughly for now. I'll go back and finesse it all later. When I fussy cut around it, I'm going to get it as close as I can to the edge, the pink. But I'm not going to do that just now because it's going to take a little bit of concentrate. You have to just take your time, and this is just, I'm not putting it on yet. This is just to give me an idea of where to place my my butterfly. So if I'm having, I don't even mind it going over a little bit actually. I think it's a hydrangea. We've had these in our garden this summer. Well, we do have them. We've got one in a pot, which is a pink one. And then we've got this one down at the bottom of the garden, and it's raining. I've got my washing out, never mind. We've got one down in the bottom of the garden, and the blues and purples and lilacs. Oh, it's absolutely lovely. Really nice. And really massive balls of flowers. So I'm just going to grab one of those. So the body is going like that, then. Oh, it's absolutely raining cats and dogs outside now. Something like that. Anyway, so am I going to have it? Yeah, I think I'm going to have it overlapping tiny bit. So that's fine. And then, so I'm thinking there, and then I've got room for another flower there, another flower there, another flower there. Okay, so that's going to go there. I'm just going to unpin these so I can take everything off. Actually, I'm not I'm not. I've just had a thought because I've got to do the other side so that I can trace it. So, in order to trace it, I need to go back over this side. This is the other side, the reverse, just so that I've got a pencil mark to transfer. Onto the fabric. Like so. Okay, now I can, what was I saying? Right, I'm just lining it up with this line here, just so that I don't want to place this down because it's got pencil on it and it smudges if you do it. That's going to be the centre. Right, let's take this off. Okay, so oh, there's another one there. So we'll say see you later to that one. That one over there. Back on with this one, and it was like that. Okay, so let's get it traced on quickly. That's it. Okay, it's very faint. There. I think that's not too bad. Okay. Because there's a lot of embroidery, I'm going to do it in the hoop. That's fine. Right. Tighten up a bit more, it still feels a bit loose. Yeah, okay. Right. Do you know what? I've just realised I've not even thought about colour. I'm just going to go and grab my threads. Right. I should have thought about colour, shouldn't I? Really? Okay, never mind. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Right, let me have a look at this. What did I envisage? I think I envisaged it blue around the edges with pink flowers, lilac, orange maybe, orangey. So let's get some of those colours. Blue. Blue. A nice butterfly blue. What's a butterfly blue? Possibly. A nice orange. I must get my threads organised. I did start to. My blues and greens are all organised. Purples, they're all not too bad. But the rest, I start it and then I get bored, or I start to sew and then that's nice orange, I like that, but there's not much of it. But okay, what else did I say? Pink, a pink. What kind of pink shall we have? I might be best to stop the taping and choose my, I should have done this before, I'm so sorry. That's too bright, too darky bright. Right, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to, for now, I can't choose. I'm going to just do blue, as in the outline. I wanted to do blue, so that's what I'm going to do. Did I remember my needles? Yes, I did. And what stitch am I going to do? I fancy doing either a stem stitch or a chain stitch. How thick do I want it? Because I want it to look like old embroidery, and when they do kind of use all 6 strands, don't they, in the old embroidery, they're quite thick. If I just look at that, and that's probably not. I wonder if that's a whole look. Let's see how many threads they've used. 4. Used 4 in that one. You can't always see because they usually cut off that one there. That's a 2. I quite like the thickness of that. I'm going to go 4 like they've done 4. Let's do that and see how it looks. So 1. Okay. And what I just looked at then was stem stitch, wasn't it? Don't know whether you saw or not. Where's it gone again? That's a stem stitch. I like how they've done those. I think it's a it's like a daisy stitch into a stem stitch. Right. Okay. Next question is, can I thread it throughout? Yes, it's done. I think I'm going to go stem stitch. So right, so what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to go off and finish off my stem stitch, and I'm going to choose some colours and get a little bit more organised now that I've gone and drawn it out, and I need to start thinking about where I'm placing my patterns. So I think I'll do that. So I'm going to stop there, and I will be back later. Right, so I've now done the outline of the wings, and I have done those in stem stitch, and I'm starting the decoration. So what I've done so far is still in stem stitch. I've just gone down inside the wings by another stem stitch again, just to do a little border. I did do 2 rows of stem stitch, but it didn't look right, and I liked the single stem, so that's what I'm going to go with now. And I'm just finishing this off at the moment, so just got a few more stitches to do. Oops. It's just following the curve of the, I'm finding it a little bit difficult in the hoop because of working on top of my fabric rather than going through and stabbing it. But I have about finished. Right, so does that want to go, where are we? I'm just trying to think, do I want it to go all the way around here, or do I want it to go off? I think I'm going to have it going off, just because it'll give me a little bit more room to put a flower in, otherwise I'm not going to have much room for flowers. So I can always unpick it if I don't like it. So I'm just going to move over to the edge and go in there. Where are we? Yeah, I like that. Okay, so just going to go under a few of the stitches. I don't need to knot it because that will be fine. Okay, so that's that. Right, I did pick out some threads, and they are quite bright ones. Look, Daisy. They are quite bright, but that's how I kind of want it. And I've had a look at other vintage stitcheries, and they are kind of those kind of tones and those colours. So I wanted to kind of stick with those. So I've kind of gone a little bit bright, but I'm sure it'll be okay. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to do some dots in between here. But I'm not sure what colour to use, and I am going to just have a look at my dots in here. That was my little border, but I'm only doing one. It's not as thick as what I thought it would be. That's fine. And then I want to do some flowers inside. So what I'm going to do is one here. So this is going to be my centre, and then I'm going to go out from there with some stitches. Then I'm going to come down with a stem, a couple of leaves, another, I'm doing it really light, another one here, and this is going to be like a buttonhole wheel or blanket stitch wheel. I'm not sure, that's buttonhole, I think it's called buttonhole wheel. And then it'll go down a little bit further, and maybe another couple of leaves just here. So that's what I want to do. So I'm thinking colours, and I'm just going to randomly do them. So I'm going to switch them up, so they'll all be different colours. And I am going to start with a yellow. No, I'm not going to start with an orange centre for this first flower, and that's just for the centre. Is that? Oh, look at that! It's been tied on by. I bought these all in a job lot, and they've all kind of been used, but I've got them with loads and loads of thread still left on them. So I'm going to do all of my stitches now, I think in 2 strands, just because I don't want it quite as thick as the border of the wings. So I'll see how. That's not a very good knot. Right. So I'm going to just do a little thread bead, and little thread beads are just a collection of satin stitches in a circle. You can do French knots though if you wanted to. Just as many as you want, just until it kind of looks how you want it to look. I think I'm about there. Okay. While I'm threaded, I think I'm going to do this here, this little flower, in the same colour. So again with 2 threads. I'm going to start on the outside. I'm just going to take it out just to see if, because I'm working on the top of my fabric, I find it hard to do that in the ring. Okay, so I'm going to go into the centre and do, it's like a buttonhole stitch that goes all the way around, or blanket stitch. Trying to keep them fairly close together. The stitches. Up in there. Days, can you hear that? Someone outside revving a motorcycle. Right, so that's done, and then just pop underneath and finish that off. Oops. There we go. So little flower there. Okay, so now I'm going to do the petals of this one here, and I think I will do them in pink. So again, 2 strands. I should do them singularly, I know. Pull them out singularly. Oh, I've got 3. I think I might have 3 there. Have I pulled out 3? I've pulled out 3. Oh dear. Right, okay. Here we go. That's not right. There we go. Now I can either do I could do a satin stitch, or I could do a lazy daisy stitch, or I could do a bullion stitch, and I'm going to have a go at a bullion stitch. I'll probably regret saying that, but let's give it a go. Can't remember whether I go from the outside to the inside or the inside to the outside. I'll go from the outside to the inside, so I'm going to start there, go down, go back up, give it a few whirls round. I think that might be enough. Kind of like approximately the length of the stitch that you want to make. Hold it, pull it. Is it going to work? I think so. I should probably do a bit thicker actually. Let's just, it's a bit too delicate. Oh, let's have a look. Probably done too many. I should have counted how many whirls around I was going to do, but I didn't count them. I'll count it next time. There. Well, that's quite nice actually. So I went up, didn't I? Did I go from the out? I did, because I wanted my knot away from the centre, because I thought it would how close together do I want them? Right, let's do that one. So down, back up, and then do a few whirls. Right, let's count them this time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's try 10. What does 10 look like? I don't think, was it about 10? I'm going to do 8. I think there's about 8. 8 looks good. So pull them through. Let them go. Okay. Pretty or what? Okay. Oops, daisy. Back down. There we go. So that was 8 for this length of stitch. Down, back up, and 8 whirls around. Oops. Start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 round. Oh, I'll let go. It's probably a disaster. It's a bit of a disaster. How can I salvage it? No. Oh, maybe. Okay, I let go too quickly on that one, and it's kind of distorted it a little bit. Can you see how it's a bit wonky? But never mind. Let's try again. Practice makes perfect. Okay, 8. There we go. Oh, I like these. My stitches getting smaller. They're not getting smaller, are they? Let's go. Oh, I think that's okay. Just pull that. Okay. when you're doing a bullion stitch, make sure that your needle is, I use a cotton darner number 5, or you can use a milliner's needle. They must be straight needles. Your eye must be roughly about the size of the width of your needle, whereas don't use like one of these where the eye is bigger than the shaft of your needle, because it will make it really hard to pull your needle through. That one. Okay, need about 2 more, I think. So do one here. Like that. And one more. Lovely. Okay, there. And we've got our flower. How pretty is that? That's so lovely. Oh, I'm really pleased with that. I'm glad I did bullion stitch, even though it was, I didn't know whether I was going to be able to do it right, but I did. So, just have to take your time. Finishing that off. I like that. There we go. Right, I'm going to put some little bits of greenery on now. So I'm using this one here, which is quite a bright, although I haven't got that much of it. I'm just going to... Now, I know that's not quite a bright green, but I'm just looking at what I've got. Look at that. The colour match on that is really good. Kind of looking at old vintage, you know, embroideries. That's a kind of colour matched ish. That will that colour go with all of the other colours? I mean, but then I've got this one here. Look at that one. The colours on that one are lovely, aren't they? And that's more that colour there. That's why I chose that one. I'm going to go bright, I'm afraid, because I like them bright. So I have got another one. Let me just see, where's that other one I've got? I thought I had one in here. Yeah, I think that's too bright or too dark. Is it too dark? I think it's just a bit too dark. Too yellow. What's that one? Oh, what's that one? No, not that one. That one or that one. I'm going to use that one, and if I run out, then I run out, and I'll just have to do something else. I don't know. Let's not think about that now. Okie dokie. Yeah. This is an offcut a little bit that's been snipped already. That should be enough to do the stalk and a few leaves. So still 2 strands. So I'm doing stem stitch. I think I'm going to keep with stem stitch. I do like that. It gives a nice line and a nice thickness. So I'm going up into that one, and then I want to put some little leaves in. So I'm just going to shuffle back down a little bit. So I'm just going to feed my thread through a couple of stitches. Like that. And then I want some leaves, and I'm just wondering, do I do bullion stitch again? I think I might. I'm going to do them about the same length as those petals. Oh, it's coming undone. I think that's 8. It's about 8. And through. Hold them till the last minute. And on the other side. I suppose it's not the best stitch to use if you're trying to conserve thread, because it takes up quite a lot of thread, but it'll be worth it. There we go, one little stem with leaves on. Oh, it's going to look fab. So I'm going to finish off there, because I've not got that much left on this. Can I weave it up? Oh, no, I'm not going to be able to, no. Okay. All right, just going to go up here as well. So we'll start here. Oops, I've just caught that one. In there, and then I'm going to come back and do some more leaves. Okay, so I'm going to have one there. And on the other side. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and then I'm going to be doing some more on here in the same kind of design like I did on here. Another flower here, maybe some more of the circle ones, probably half a flower there, or I might do even half a flower there, and then just some patterns. I don't know, I'll just see what I can fit on. I've just noticed that, but no, I think I'm going to do them all like that. So I am going to leave it there for today. I'm going to go away and finish off my leaves, and then I'll be back for another video putting it all together. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. So take care. Bye bye.